Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. Okay, guys, so we know that the new episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is tonight, right? Well, I wanted to let you guys know tomorrow I'm going to be getting things done on my mouth. So I'm not going to be able to do the recap with you guys, but we will talk about it in Hot Messy Topics on Friday. However, right now we just need to talk about some things that our OGs from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City are sort of going back at our newbie, Monica, with. And this is wild. Also, I've spoken to some people who are within the realm of Salt Lake City, and I've heard two different things. One, that Monica was brought on in order to keep the Jen Shah story alive so they could potentially bring her back. And I've heard two, that Monica is going to be sort of this front runner and that they're going to start reconstructing the show around her. Now, that is all hearsay. We don't know yet. It's still way too soon to find out. And also, we have to see how the fans are going to react to Monica. But let's get into it.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys. So, Monica. Monica is our newbie. Now, Meredith ended up speaking to Us Weekly, and she was talking a little bit about Monica. She said, I had never met Monica until the snowball day, and she came off as high energy, wanting to have some fun, and she definitely brings a lot of energy, and I was cautiously optimistic. The first thing that really went through my head, and maybe I'm missing something here, but the first thing that occurred to me is that the Secret Service is not the FBI, and to the best of my knowledge, it's just presidential security. And I'm not sure what Jen did has anything to do with presidential security. So the whole thing just seemed odd and didn't add up to me, to be totally honest. I was talking to my husband about this, Jason, and Jason said, actually, if you look it up, the Secret Service, they do investigate financial crimes if they're big enough, if they're to a certain magnitude. So what she's saying, Monica, could very well be true. But I get where Meredith is coming from as well. Like the Secret Service, that's not the FBI. But then it was like FBI, Homeland Security, the Southern District of New York. I mean, so many different people were involved in the investigation of Jen Shah. We get that, right? Well, now they're saying that based off of what Monica said, just to remind you guys, Monica told viewers that she and Jen met and Monica stepped in to help after Jen fired one of her assistants. Her words verbatim were, so Jen had fired her assistant and I stepped in to help her one night. Jen asked me, do you want to be rich? Do you want to make $600,000 a year? All you have to do is put this and this in your name. She said that she was weirded out and she said, I remember being so weirded out. And I was like, wait, what? It was very bizarre. And I have a friend in the Secret Service and I called him and he said, go away from Jen Shah. She's going to prison. And she was arrested 2 months later. And that is how I became a witness with the federal government in her trial. Okay. Now, Jen's incarceration means that she's no longer starring on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Obviously, we know that she is still spending time in jail. And based off of laws that are changing, and this isn't me saying this, I don't know. We know what Jins Sentence is. And we know what she's expected to be in prison for, like the duration. However, at the end of the day, the Grizzlies are building their case off of the fact that some things are supposed to change in November. And now, from what I'm hearing, based off of people who are around the situation, Jin's sentence might be a lot less than what people are thinking. And I'm wondering if that is true. Now, who knows? They can keep her in there the full amount. They can keep her in there for 5-6 years, or they can let her out after 2.5. You never know with things like this. So I don't want to come on here and be like, I'm an expert and I know what's going to happen with Jen Shah. I don't know, but I am going to talk about it. Now, getting back to it, that dynamic shifted for sure. Meredith said, I mean, she's a big personality. You're going to see a change, but it wasn't just Jen being gone. It was Mary Cosby being back, Angie being full-time, and Monica coming in. It's a lot of moving parts. So I don't know what I can pin down, what I would attribute to Jen versus anything else. But Lisa Barlow also entered the conversation. Thank you to Reality Blurb and All About the Real Housewives. All of them. By the way, can I say really quick? I had a comment where somebody was like, oh my God, Adam, you're mentioning other people who put out information. Yeah, guys, if you want to talk about some of the franchises that I'm super close to, I can give you the tea. I don't have to ask anyone. But we work as a unit, as a team, whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not. And we're constantly helping each other to bring the fans and the people watching these shows the behind the scenes tea and sometimes leaks and all of the things in between, right? There's nothing wrong with that. So, sorry. Now, back to it. Lisa Barlow suggesting that the newbie Monica Garcia took a lot of notes from Jen Shah, and she declared that there's more than one liar in this season. When asked how Jin's absence affected the current season, Lisa told Entertainment Tonight, it felt like the way it was supposed to be. She also suggested that viewers will really experience a free Heather who didn't feel the need to, sit there and be there for anybody or be a super loyal guard dog for Jen. Now, she did address Monica's introduction to the cast, and she claimed that she was hoping it would be a positive experience and that Jen was not her muse. But she eventually shared her belief, however, that Monica admired Jen and took a lot of notes from her. Responding to Monica's previous claim that Lisa pretends to have a perfect marriage, Lisa speculated that Monica is triggered by her circumstances, and she has different circumstance than every single one of us. She also expressed there's more than one liar. That's all I have to say about that. There will be no receipts to back up some of the stuff. Wow. Now, going back to it, Lisa was also talking about her friendship with Whitney, which was obviously rocky this season, if you guys saw the trailer, but Lisa suggested they sometimes disagree, though it's nothing that big and it can be worked out. I think just things really need to be talked through. When it comes to her relationship with Heather, she hinted at growth, which was really nice, but she did claim that they have a mutual respect. And their taglines did come out today. I don't know if you guys saw that. But despite her positivity with Heather, Lisa doesn't think it's possible to have a relationship that she once had with Meredith, her former best friend. Moving forward, it's a whole new friendship. I think there's new boundaries, new expectations, or no expectations. She then denied that Meredith has secret information about her husband, which was hinted at in the season 4 trailer. But concerning the upcoming drama between Meredith and Angie K, Lisa shared the backstory, saying that Angie previously declared she would never be friends with Meredith, which Meredith took seriously based off of what Lisa's saying. She indicated that Angie made the comment that Meredith should work in a cubicle, and I just don't think that they've moved on from that. She's running a successful business. She's traveling. If you look at her social media, she's at New York Fashion Week. She's here, she's there. That's why I also didn't understand when some people like Whitney, love Whitney, but when Whitney was like, I don't know what house she's renting. Sometimes people strategically rent houses because sometimes you waste a lot of money on homes that you own. Sometimes you waste a lot of money in rent. If you ask real estate experts, you will hear both sides to that story. And it really doesn't matter because at the end of the day, she's all over the place and you're not doing that for free. You know what I mean? Back to it. At one point, she addressed the shocking first scene of the season when Heather took a mysterious phone call that she hoped to keep off camera. What happens while we're gone on the Bermuda trip, I don't think anyone could have expected it. Like, I was physically shaking. Heather was physically shaking. I mean, there were so many things happening that I don't think any of us expected. And when you think things are one way, but they're a completely different way, it threw all of us off. So it's intense, very intense. Yeah. What else is intense was apparently Lisa Barlow lost her $60,000 ring in the bathroom at the airport, and that didn't make for a good kickoff to a trip. But guys, I don't want to just give you this and not ask your opinions. Again, go ahead and comment below. And when you see the comments below, click on the link that we're going to pin to the top because Jason and Josh are going live for Anchor Watch tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern. Love you guys, and we'll see you so very soon.